Welcome back to the Fan Zone here at the LeMieux National Championships. Well, we've been having a great day. We've had some amazing guests so far. And to add to our list, another Olympian on the sofa, Laura Tomlinson. Thank you so much for coming to join us. I know you've got a very busy few days here at the Championships, but thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We were just talking about, you've only got one horse that you're riding here, the lovely Finn, who I have so many questions about, but you seem to be trainer, owner, rider. Take us through the busy weekend you've got.
Well, we've got Sarah Rogers got us started yesterday on two of our homebreds, Forest Hill and Full Moon, and they came first and second yesterday in the 6-year-olds. So nice. My mum was here to see that. So she isn't very tall, but she grew a couple of inches and with pride of her homebreds. And then Lara did a fantastic Grand Prix earlier to come into second in the Grand Prix on another homebred, Christian. And then I rode Finn, not quite as successfully. and then tomorrow we've got the freestyle, and the 6-year-olds go again in the sort of where the foreign rider has to sit on them.
Yeah.
And then Sophie Wallace, who's our based at ours with Rosalie B, an old mare of mine, they're doing the advanced, well, they were in the Junior Europeans this year, but they're doing the advanced medium gold tomorrow. So yeah, lots going on tomorrow.
And of all these roles, which do you find the most nerve-wracking? Is it like having the 6-year-olds and the owners, or is it being the trainer or riding yourself? Which of those roles is the hardest?
Normally watching Sophie and Rosie will be harder. I've often at these things I don't get to watch Lara because we're on too close together. Like today I didn't get to watch her. That's usually quite nerve-wracking. Nothing against watching Lara. But, when you work together for a really long time, you know exactly what each other are feeling on the horse and all of that. And then watching Sarah's quite relaxing because she's just been nailing it all year, so no pressure for her. But that's quite relaxing and enjoyable. Also with the 6-year-olds, you don't take it quite as seriously because you're just seeing it in the bigger picture and the development of the horses, and that's just fun.
Yeah, and we've been talking about this quite a lot, haven't we? That relinquishing of control because she's had her husband here, but you've been warming him up and stuff. But that relinquishing of control as someone you train goes down the centre line. Oh,
I say if I felt that nervous riding, I don't think I would ever ride.
Yeah.
It's awful, isn't it? You can't help them.
Yeah.
That's it, they're gone.
It's it.
And what's it like watching Rosie going under someone else?
Well, watching Rosie's funny because I know her every move before she does it, so it's just I know exactly what's going on. So it's nerve-wracking, but also it's fun. But it's they're all so different, aren't they? Each of the horses, they're all on a different journey, and that's kind of what makes all of this fun and exciting, and why you can be in the sport for such a long time, because there's always a new journey and a new adventure to be had.
And when you have the young horses here, that must be quite exciting for you, being able to watch and think, are they going to be a Grand Prix horse? What's their journey? You must really enjoy it.
Absolutely. And then, those two I haven't sat on that often at all, a couple of times, but, every so often when you do get on them and you feel the changes and you think, okay, this still needs a bit of work, but I really like this bit of this horse, or you think, there's phases where you think, oh, I'm not sure, and then there's phases where you think absolutely convinced, and that's the journey of youngsters, isn't it? So, and it's great having the setup that we've got, that we can breed them and bounce them around between us, and there's been times where different ones of us have ridden different horses, and we all have something to offer, and it also means that we don't have to get rid of them at such an early stage. We've actually got 3 really nice 6-year-olds. One of them's doing the next gen final next week, and so you don't have to make those cutthroat decisions early on of which ones do we keep and which don't we, and that's actually very helpful.
And if we talk about your Grand Prix today, I know you weren't overly excited about how it went, but obviously you've got the freestyle tomorrow. What are you going to change? How are you going to go in tomorrow differently?
Yeah.
And there it is.
He's never done a Grand Prix freestyle before, so we had a little run through last week because I've only just received the music, so I had a run through last week at home. It all fits.
New music?
Coldplay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's very cool music. Quite a challenging test because, I mean, nowadays to be competitive, you know, it has to be. But it will be a challenge for Finn tomorrow. But you know, he's been in there once now, and he's not particularly spooky or noise sensitive. He's more just, he struggles when he goes in the ring on his own and he starts to call for other horses and loses his confidence in that sense. But really, same sort of thing. I mean, in the warm-up today was fantastic, which is often the case with him, and then he goes in and he gets nervous of being on his own and he freezes and he whinnies a lot. So really, I'm going to sort of just keep trying to give him confidence and coax him through the ring until I get to a point where I can really present him and show him off. At the moment today, I was really just managing rather than, you know, salvaging each movement as I went along, rather than being able to really show off his true potential. But I think it's just persistence and believing in your horse and trying to portray that feeling towards the horse so that they start to believe in themselves.
And obviously he's incredibly talented. You know, there's not many Grand Prix horses in the world, so to be doing it's very exciting. So obviously he gets a bit nervous. How are you going to help him with that a little bit at home in training?
I've been working quite a bit with Claire Gallimore. We've done quite a lot of groundwork, taken him to a few other places outside of home. It's very hard, though, to recreate atmosphere and that whole feeling of horses being around you and then taken away. That's quite a hard thing to replicate. But I think for us it's going to be over the winter just going to big competitions, going to those atmospheres, taking him in, trying to give him a nice round until he starts to just take a breath and go, I've got this. And I think the only way to really practice that is by doing it, because he's an absolute champion at home.
It's a shame it's not just filled with kids on tractors, isn't it?
I know, that's his happy place.
Yeah.
Bikes, goats, tractors, he can deal with all of that. It's just that moment where he's on his own. But, you know, he's 12 years old. He needs to put his big boy pants on and get on with it at some point, doesn't he?
And I read somewhere that you've been doing things at competitions a bit differently as well, like having your groom plait him every single day you're away from home and taking boots off during training, and things like that, which are you kind of learning with him different strategies? Yeah,
so we've done that here as well. Obviously here we're not allowed in the main arena except for this morning and only walking. That doesn't help our situation that much, you know, when you can only go in and walk and you don't get to work in the arena at all. That's another challenge. But
you go in with other horses as well.
You go in with other horses, and but yeah, we've been doing the plaiting him, taking the boots off, things like that, so that he feels like it's the real thing. But, you know, it's very hard to replicate the real deal unless you're actually, you know, in the ring doing it, and so that's what he's got to do.
And a lot of the competition, I know you've spoken before about venues here, we don't always get a crowd at dressage.
No.
And so actually it's quite hard to replicate these big events.
If I go to just a local nice national show, he's fine.
He's like, yeah, there's more noise at home, Mum. Yeah, this is absolutely fine.
So yeah, I've got to just, I think, tackle it head on and go to those competitions and try and just keep building on that confidence, because for him there's a big gap between him just being okay and doing a 71 and then when he goes the way he could go, he's got endless potential. He's just but when he's tense like today, even in the ring, even if you can salvage the movements, his way of going is nothing like how it is when he's relaxed and just in his happy place.
And you've spoken a lot about the horses that you have here already. Do you have any more at home that you're sort of hiding away? And see, look at that smile. Hiding away and then looking forward to bringing out soon?
Yeah, I've got a really nice 8-year-old and I've got a really cool 5-year-old that I got this summer.
Ooh,
she's another little feisty chestnut. Well, she's not little at all. She's huge. I seem to always get massive horses. But yeah, no, she's. I'm really excited about her. She's going to be a challenge as well, though. First, we call her Annie at home, and her proper name is, I think it's A New Love.
Nice.
I didn't name her, obviously. But yeah, no, she's. So yeah, I've got some cool ones that.
Exciting times. Yeah. And how about Betty? We've not seen Betty around for a while.
She's in work.
Is she?
I keep saying to Carl, can I bring her out for XL? And he's like, no, not yet. Michael Kuiper's my coach, So no, beginning of next year, I hope to be competing her again.
And you're so fond of that horse, aren't you? Like, she puts a smile on your face, and
she does. Yeah. She's like, she's just. Finn's like another kid. Betty's like your soulmate, best friend that you just. You know, you've got full trust in, and you know when you're with her, everything's okay.
There's a lot of them.
Nice, isn't
Yeah, there's like, don't you somebody crying. I keep crying this week. And you have got an extensive brood at home, 4 children, and I think probably you've had one since the last time we saw you on this stage. How is managing 4 kids, life, horses, like craziness? Are you done breeding? Because that's a lot. I know what Mark's like though. Like how do you manage life? Because people will be like, it's crazy.
I don't know, but I do manage life. But yeah, I've definitely done breeding. I'm now just trying to look forward to the day that all 4 are at school. And just get through day by day and enjoy the time I do. I don't have as much time as I used to, obviously, for my horses, but I enjoy the time I do have when I'm on the yard, just for me and my horses. And the rest of the time, it's just chaos, yeah.
And do all the kids have a passion for the horses as well? Because it's always nice if they share it. But do you think any of them are looking like, yeah, this is going to be what they might want to do as well?
I don't know about the dressage bit.
Yeah.
They're a bit young for appreciating dressage, I'd say. But my eldest is very keen on her pony club, general riding and polo. My boy rides socially. You know, he likes to ride when his friends are riding, or but he's not begging to ride every day. And then my 3-year-old girl, she's obsessed. She wants to ride every day. She fell off day before yesterday, and I called her up and I said, apparently you fell off today. And she said, no. I said, are you sure? Becky told me you fell off. And she said, no, I was vaulting, and I'm going to vault again tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, good.
Yeah, I can imagine knowing Hanny. She was straight back on.
Yes.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And when you are a pony club mum, because I know that Annalise and you take it to some of the pony club things, what kind of a pony club mum are you? Are you an aggressive, we must win, or are you quite chilled? What's
basically, do you get in the arena and tell the instructor how to do it?
Are you shouting from the court?
She is as well.
I've got a medal.
No. Annalisa's at that stage where she's got a very naughty pony, and she gets the prize for the most falls. So we're not sort of at the stage of trying to win. We're just like, we've fell off only once today. That's really good. So I'm that mum at the moment. Not able to be that competitive at this stage.
What about on the school sports day? Are you competitive? Like, I was going to say.
Look how serious you are. Very. Do not mess.
In the Megan Spoon race, I will win this. Yeah, you are very competitive. And is Mark the same? Is he very competitive?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
But he's not generally there for that stuff.
Yeah.
Like during the summer when all that's going on, he's got matches every day. So he missed sports day. So.
Oh, wow.
Luckily. Otherwise it would have been embarrassing if both of us would have been sort of
winning everything.
You come in your Team GB tracksuit and start warming up.
No, we're not that bad. We try and do it subtly.
I think you should.
Just have the medals in the car as you drive in.
Have a polo mallet and just chase other parents down. Well, it is so fantastic catching up with you as always. I love watching Finn. I think he's one of those horses when you see him in the arena, you really notice him. I think you felt the same, didn't you? He looks like a handful, but at the same time, he's great to watch come down that centre line. Yeah,
and I think it's always great watching you warm up as well. I've always loved watching you warm up. You always have, it looks like you always have a very solid plan, but it's always, you've got so much empathy and you always listen to the horse, and I think that's always lovely to see. You're always ready to adapt to what's happening underneath you, because like you say, it's not the same every time, is it? But obviously this is the here and now, but what is your next step? Where are you going next? What's your next show? What's your plan?
Kiso will be the next one for him, and then we'll work out whether I do Stuttgart in Germany and then Excel. Probably, I'd definitely like to do Excel in London. I didn't do that last year. Obviously, I just had my baby at that point, actually. So yeah, that's the plan. But definitely Kiso, which I haven't done with Finn yet either. So that'll be a new one for him. So another good place to practice. But obviously, I've got to get through the freestyle tomorrow, and I'm only a few % behind. It's just got to be in it to win.
You're knocking on the door. You're on it. You're on it.
And Excel's that. I mean, we always know Olympia and the atmosphere there was incredible, and it felt like people were actually sitting in the arena with you. Did you go to the Excel last year? Do you know what to expect?
No, I literally just had Tommy, so I haven't seen it. But I've heard for the horses it's actually nicer. There's a bit more space, and I think the warm-up's a bit easier and things like that. So I'd be excited to give it a go. Hopefully, hopefully I'll have another couple of competitions under my belt by then with Finn, and hopefully he's just eke him out of this sort of slightly frozen moment that he's in.
Wow, it's so great to catch up with you and get you away from the chaos for half an hour. Thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck with Finn, because I think you are on the verge of some like greatness with him. He's absolutely wonderful to watch. Give my love to the tribe. I'll have to come and see you again soon. But thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow in the freestyle.
Thank you.